Hey guys, so this has obviously been a pretty big update as you can tell from the time lapse. We have built all this platform in front here, which now we can see the full width of the mock. It's going to be like that width. That's a 48 by 48 base plate, and I think that's a little bit bigger than a 48 by 48. So it's going to be pretty long. This is over 3 feet long, so if you aren't sure what the studs convert to, it's over 3 feet. And it's still got a whole bunch of length to go. But this is what my AT-AT looks like set up. So obviously what you just saw was me building this platform down here, which is really not that complicated. It's just mostly brown. We're going to start a rock over here that's going to kind of funnel into this area being a valley. And then at the end of the valley is not going to be very long. At the end of it, we are going to have some sort of large door that opens up to a small hangar. And inside the hangar is going to be some speeder bikes, I think, or maybe ATSTs. But obviously, yeah, the AT-AT looks pretty good with the scale. Let me get down on its level. So this is kind of in level with the AT-AT. You can see how much the pillar overlaps it, or the pillar extends above it. It's not quite as tall as I would like it to be, but I think given the pieces that I have, I ran out of these quarter cylinders. But I like the height it is right now. I think it's pretty good. And plus this still has a little bit of height to go, so it's actually coming out really nicely. So let's go over to this side, which is kind of the main reason that I did this update, was to make sure that that platform is level into the little AT-AT, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's like a little side bay, loading bay, I guess it would be called. So the troopers and pilots would be able to walk into the AT-AT and theoretically get around like that inside these doors. So obviously I've locked the feet in down here. This is what I do with all my AT-AT builds. These aren't going to be exactly like that. I'm going to smooth it out so it looks pretty good and textured, but that's what that looks like. As I said before, I'm using this. This is all based off of the measurements I took when I was building Hoth a while back. This is all from the Hoth. These are the footprints right there. And my AT-AT is pretty good. You can see that the angle, I did at one point measure the angle that these legs make, and those legs also, and I found that they were about equal and opposite on both sides, so that's pretty good weight distribution. And inside here, I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this, but let me set the camera down and show you guys how the legs are connected. Alright, so I'm going to try and remove this front leg so you can see that it's just connected with an axle inside there. Alright, so obviously we lose stability when I do this, but as you can see, this is just a regular axle. It is locked in place, and it locks into the side of the AT-AT foot with that piece. And so that means it's in a permanent, like, distorted torsion. So that's obviously not good for Lego, but it's the best I can do. I would really like to see how other Lego AT-ATs at the UCS scale kind of handle this problem. Hang on, let me put this back in. So yeah, like I said, I would like to see how other AT-ATs at the UCS scale handle the how the legs actuate a little bit, but I've never really seen. I don't have any instructions for them, so I don't know how they do it. Mine has never really proved to be an issue. I just think over a long period of time, the axle might break, but then again, after that much time, I could just easily replace it. So I think I'm pretty happy with how it looks. It makes it pretty sturdy since the axle is always trying to get back into place. The leg is not going to accidentally bend that way, which would be bad. It would kind of collapse on itself. So that's pretty good there. The Lego pieces are pretty strong. They're made out of ABS, so that's pretty cool. But let's see what the mock looks like with all the segments that I have connected or at least aligned in place. Alright, so here's all the sections connected together, and it's really cool because I've never actually built a mock like this in chunks, or I don't have it all together at once. So this is the first time I'm seeing it just like you guys like this. So I think it looks pretty cool now. So just got to finish up this little section in the front, and then besides that it's going to be all to the right, everything else that we need to build. So that's pretty cool. The trees will be reworked. I just don't feel like doing it right now, but I know a lot of you guys had suggestions on them, so they will be reworked. Don't worry about that. What else? Like I said, the ground will be textured, and I know I also mentioned that I'll be in a new room soon. That is going to be pushed back a little bit later than I had hoped. But don't worry, I'm still going to be making updates here, and it'll still come eventually. And I'm not talking about like years in the future. It's coming in the next couple months, but I thought it would be a lot sooner. So anyway, I think that's about it for this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the channel with your friends, because I want to start getting back into this regular YouTube uploading. So any support from you guys would be greatly appreciated. So thank you, and I'll see you soon with another video.